Hey, check it out, guys. Yesterday we did our bracket tournament in Rage mode. It was inside the Discord. Everything was ran through there, and I gotta tell you, man, it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. If you guys missed it, you know, stay tuned for more. So on this video, I'm gonna show you. I couldn't watch all of them, and I did participate since I wasn't able to live stream the battles. I think for next time I have figured out a way to live stream like a lot of the battles, but I do have the ones that I did, right? Because since I couldn't stream, I participated this time. So my first battle here was against Nico. And I have been playing this same deck every time Rage Mode is in war. And I want to say I have like a 95% win rate. Like I very rarely lose with this one. And so I felt pretty confident going into this tournament, but there was a lot of tough players also. So yeah, my whole thing is just, I dropped the elixir pump because it's raged, so it's gonna go a little quicker. And then of course, like the Goblin Hut and the Royal Recruits, everything under rage is just pretty wild. And I've been using this one since before evolutions even, So when the Royal Recruits evolution came out and then the Valk evolution came out, I thought like, oh my gosh, it's just making this deck even stronger. So yeah, the whole point is just to keep dual lane pressure and if I can, drop elixir pump and defend. And by the time I get into overtime, I'm going to be pretty much super ahead in elixir, and it's basically game over. So here's my second elixir pump. The only thing that can happen and why I say a 95% win rate is when I drop my elixir pump, if my opponent just has like the perfect cycle in hand and he just comes at me hard and I might not be able to defend, that's kind of where I'm in trouble. All right, so yeah, he was able to sneak his wall breakers there through I didn't drop my furnace in the correct spot. But the reason I have the earthquake in this deck is in case they do have a building and my furnace, my fire spirits, or like my goblins can't reach their tower because they have a building there, I use the earthquake to get rid of the building so that my fire spirits or my goblins can make it to their tower. Aside from that, I don't have any other spell. So situations like the firecracker here, I can only take her out with my flying machine. That's kind of like my game plan always. So this first match went pretty much as I expected, and I was able to secure the win here. So I'll hop in. I'll hop into the next one here. But yeah, you guys were able to see it. Ooh. All right, here goes. All right, so in my next match, I was facing Ahmed Darwek, and he's a regular in our tournaments also. And up until this time, he hadn't made it into the prize money yet, and so I was expecting to see a lot of Goblinstein, I'm not going to lie, so I wasn't surprised when I saw that, but I wasn't too worried about it. The one thing I will say, this tournament was yesterday, so these are pre-recorded, but one thing I will say is, we had two top finishers. First place got $75 and the runner-up got $25, so there was a big difference between first and second there, but I initially had thought about doing just $100 winner takes all. With no runner-up prize, but after some discussion, we decided that we would do 75 and 25. So here's that situation. I dropped the elixir pump, and Lumberloon comes at me hard. I have no air defense now, so he's guaranteed this tower. I would drop the Goblin Hut to hopefully stop the balloon, but then he freezes everything, and I'm grateful in this situation that the balloon started going towards the Goblin Hut and not the elixir pump, and then I lose my elixir advantage too. So I saw that happening, and I wasn't too worried about it because I knew now with my elixir pump I was going to catch up on elixir, and since both his towers were pretty much half like damaged, I knew I was going to be okay. And pretty much immediately, here I am taking the left tower, and I have a huge lead on the right tower. So I'm feeling pretty comfortable, but now I'm weary of the Lumberloon. Like, so I don't know if I'm nervous about playing the elixir pump and that happening again. And as you can see, he has Lumberloon ready. So I mirror my flying machine, I drop the Goblin Hut, and I'm thinking, okay, now if he comes at me with balloon or anything, I can defend. But I'm at this point, I'm just thinking like maybe I shouldn't do it, especially now we're in 2.7 times elixir. So I'm just like screw it, like it's just time for me to win. He drops his evil P.E.K.K.A. and his evil electric giant, and that's like I realized right there like, oh, I'm gonna be a problem because that evil electric giant is just gonna eat through my royal recruits, just like it did right there. So my whole thing now was getting rid of the electro giant, and now I have to respond to this lumberloon. He tornadoes my flying machine into his tower, which was pretty helpful on my part. I felt like I know he was trying to get it away from the balloon, but it ended up giving me like 3 hits on his tower. So I was feeling pretty comfortable. Now I don't want to make any excuses, but at the same time that I'm playing this, I'm also like manning, the tournament. Like I have, like I'm the admin there. Like I am trying to keep the scores and seeing things. So while I'm playing this on my laptop, my Discord is just going off like bing, 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 and I'm trying not to look, but I am glancing over there, And so again, no excuses. It's just I wish I would have just given it my 100% focus. Because even at one point here, I like take one of my hands away to respond to like a Discord message. But yeah, it's a close match here, and he's putting on like tremendous pressure. He's doing a great job. That freeze was good, and he's catching up on damage, and I'm starting to get nervous. But I'm like, okay, just keep at it. The process is always the same. It always works. The dual lane pressure typically is what wins it for me, right? So, but now I'm like, oh my gosh, like I think I'm like 3 earthquakes away or something. Like only because they're level 11. Otherwise, I think 2 earthquakes would take that. But so at this point, I'm like, okay, I just need like 3 earthquakes, and I have a mirror, so I'm like, okay. And then you see sorry about that. Then you see my royal recruit there doing it. So here I am at 290 left. I mirror it, so there's the second earthquake, but it wasn't enough, of course. And so I'm like, okay, I'm 1 earthquake away. And instead of like trying to defend here, I go for the win, drop the earthquake, 5 damage left on his tower, and he takes my tower, and I lose in my own tournament. I'll skip to the next one. So I'm out of the tournament now, so I'll show you a couple of my wife who was participating in the tournament also. Some of her battles. I had told her about the deck, and I had practiced with her on it so that she could do well. The only difference is that she wanted to take Cannoneer in, and I had recommended the Princess Tower, but so she's doing that. So this is her first battle here, and just playing it like how you should. So the opponent here is showing a witch giant skeleton. So, we're going to see how it goes here. But, you can obviously see his cards already. He's got a witch giant skeleton clone and, hog and goblin barrel. It's a interesting combo. But, yeah, so the game plan's pretty much the same. Like I had told her, like you just start creating dual lane pressure. It's the idea. Like if you could do the dual lane pressure is when everything gets really crazy. And honestly, the spear goblin, the spear goblins and the furnace, like those under rage are just like they're nuts. Like it's a lot to deal with. So, all right. So yeah, she's coming in. Oh, she put the Valk in the back. Oh, I guess she was planning on doing the recruits behind him. That was a good move. So yeah, it's going there, and so. Again, like I said, the tournament was tons of fun. I think we ended up having 34 participants, and it went into like 5 rounds, and it lasted like just about a little over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes. So it went pretty quick, but it was fun. It is a lot of work on the back end. Oh, let's see that he cloned that. They're coming in looking like a lot to deal with, but yeah, the earthquake cleans that up. Yeah, so on the back end, it was a lot to deal with, right? We have to like organize it. And fortunately, like I have someone that's helping me in the Discord, and so it took a little bit of the weight off of my shoulders. But yeah, there's a lot to manage on the back end. So I'll probably be doing this like once a month or once every like month and a half because of just everything that's needed to do behind the scenes. But I will do it again because it was like too much fun for like everybody involved. Like even me as the admin, man, it's exciting to watch. It's exciting to watch people advance in the brackets, and again, we're gonna constantly keep changing the game mode because it makes it to where it's a different winner every week. Like every tournament so far, like we've had like a couple where they repeated, like maybe two players that have repeated more than once in the money. But for the most part, it's been different winners every tournament. And that's kind of what I wanted to see, right? We don't want to see just like one person dominating every single time. All right, so yeah, she wins it right there. That was good. Let me jump into the next one. Yeah, so in the next round, she's facing RF2 Destroyed, which is the other admin in our Discord. So everybody was pretty surprised, like that we were participating, but we managed to do it and run the whole thing. So like it really worked out, and honestly, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, so we will do these again, and like I said, we're gonna keep changing the game modes. And I have already made up my mind that the next one will be an in-game tournament, and we're gonna be doing a triple draft. So, we hope to just see like new winners. Like that's just the whole thing, that new people are winning. Just so again, it's not the same people dominating, and that was the whole point. When I started this channel, was that I wanted to create tournaments where other people had a chance, because obviously on the CRL leagues, it's the same people at the top, which well deserved, right? Like the best players should be competing at the top, but then for the rest of us, like if we're just not good enough, like what's the fun in it, So again, I've been seeing new names like at the top, and these are people that play before, and it's not like they just came in out of nowhere and dominated. Like they've competed in the past tournaments as well, like, and new names, lots of new names, which is cool. Like the whole idea is to build this up. Yeah, look at the balloon even got her. Like it shouldn't though, because we have the 3 buildings plus the mirror, so like we should be able to stop a balloon pretty much at any moment. But if you don't play it right, it's gonna happen. But yeah, anyways, the idea is that we need to grow these channels. I put up these prizes to like make it fun, right? Like so that there's something that can be gained. But I'm not gonna lie, it's expensive to do these on a regular basis. So the whole idea is to build this channel so that the channel can start financing the prizes. And I can't wait till it's big enough and the monetization is higher to where these prizes are gonna start getting bigger and bigger and bigger, because that'll just make it even funner. So that's the whole point. I do want to thank everybody, because when we started this, I only had like 20 subscribers, and it's the same 20 subscribers I've had since YouTube started. It's like my friends and family or whatever. But I think as of right now, we're like at right over 360. So, we've had quite the jump in about a month's time. But yeah, we need to get to 1,000 subscribers before YouTube will even consider monetizing the channel. So I don't know, maybe another month or so away, I'm thinking. But share it, man. Share it with your friends. If you guys want to like participate in these, because they're so much fun, and I want to do them more often. I want to make it a regular thing, like maybe a couple times a week at least. So like share the page, share the channel, subscribe to the channel, and honestly, a big help is just like if you see my videos, man, even if you don't watch them all the way through, just liking and commenting on the video helps the algorithm. It shows my hours viewed on YouTube, and it really helps us build the channel. So anything like that, man, a quick comment. All right, so yeah, she ended up taking that one too. Dominated, really. Let me hop into her next one. All right, her next battle was with Guru Mappa, who is a regular in our tournaments. I think he's made it into the money only once. I think he scored 3rd place on one of the past tournaments. But he's here again competing for the prize. And this one's a pretty big one for first place. The biggest first place prize we've hosted so far. But yeah, like I was saying, if you guys like it and you want to participate, and we want to do bigger ones and bigger ones, we want to do in-game ones with like bracket tournaments at the end or something. Like, we want to make it a lot of fun, but of course we need the help with growing the channel. So yeah, just like, comment on the videos. Like I said, I get it. Some of these videos are long. Like I don't expect everybody to watch them all, and but just helping out on the algorithm by liking and commenting on these videos, man, it makes a world of difference. Okay, so she takes a tower right away, which is nice, but he takes a tower right back. So Yeah, it's been showing like the balloon decks have been doing pretty strongly in this rage battle mode, which I figured was going to be the case, right? Like what's best to rage besides a balloon, you know? So she does it right. She plays the furnace to start attacking the other tower, and I think like with the air defenses, she's got the goblin hut, she's got the flying machine, and she's got the mirror, So like there's stuff to work with there, and she's got the furnace to kite things away, like it's not like it's doable, But this Guru Mappa's he's a tough player too. So yeah, her recruits make it on tower. It's feeling comfortable, but he's like, screw it, he's going all in, and this is where it gets interesting. And yeah, him playing the void is a genius idea here because yeah, it just pretty much is stopping her only air defense. So I think right here, yeah, she plays the furnace to maybe stop the lava pups, and she's behind a tower, but they're equal elixir, but she's got the elixir pump, so it is doable. But he's going straight in. He's going straight in for the 3 crown. She mirrors the goblin hut to hopefully get rid of the lava hound fast. And yeah, this is where it's gonna get tricky, I believe. That balloon is gonna connect. Yeah, it connects. And here comes a world of pain, it looks like. That one was a tough play because it stopped all of the air troops way in the back with nothing to like really counter it. They're just like cleaning up on the royal recruits. She does get that other tower, but now there's a lot to answer here. And yeah, this is pretty much the end of her tournament. All right, I'll hop in to one more here. So this here is the final match of the tournament, and it was Ahmed Darwek, who was the player that eliminated me, versus Denisito. And so here they're both guaranteed, they're in the money. And what I was happy to see about it was, again, they were 2 players that had never made it in the money before. So that was already cool. And that takes a little pressure off. But of course, there is a huge difference between first place and second place. First place was getting $75, second place was getting $25. So you really, really wanted to win this one. You know what I mean? So I did notice that Ahmed Darwek was changing decks pretty much every battle, which was interesting. Just probably meant that he was, researching his opponent's decks before he went in, which again, there's money on the line, and it's not against the rules to do that. It's just smart gaming. So he gets a good damage lead there pretty quickly. And also, not to say, like in the tournament chat that we were having in Discord, like I think we had even fairly warned this Denisito. Like we were just like, hey man, this guy, he's been changing decks every battles. I think he's checking your decks out on Royal API or in game, because every round the players had 5 minutes before they had to start the match. So that's a long time. That's plenty of time to like check to see what your opponent's been doing throughout the tournament. So, all right, yeah, here we go. We got an Evil P.E.K.K.A coming. And as you can see, there's spectators here because, for sure, like you're supposed to you friend people so you could do friendly battles in the tournament. So if you've played anybody before, they're now on your friend list. You can now watch and spectate their battles. So that's the only reason why I'm in this one live instead of pre-recorded. Or, I mean, this one is pre-recorded, but like I didn't have to take it off the battle log. I was able to watch it live. I just didn't commentate live. But yeah, here at this point, I'm like, okay, this, Ahmed Darwek is pretty comfortable because he's got the lightning spell, but so does Denisito. So we're gonna see exactly how it went down. And like very exciting. I want to say I was like on the edge of my seat like throughout this whole match. Boom! That Ram Rider connects, and it makes the game, that much closer. So right here, with 20 seconds left in the match, the Ram Rider makes a connection, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is it going to end here? Because I can't remember what kind of damage does level 11 lightning even do. So he drops the lightning, but Ahmed Darwek does a great job of blocking it. Either way, though, the Ram Rider makes a connection, and the game goes on. Oh, sorry about that. The game goes on into overtime. And so, but Ahmed Darwek has the has the advantage on damage here. So with the lightning, if he just defends well, he can probably spell this game away. So here we are coming in. All right, yeah, and Denecito's got to have some type of a game plan here because he's really terribly behind on damage. But as you can see right now, there's 9 spectators there. This was obviously the final, you know, for the money. So like everybody's interested in watching. He gets the connection with the Ram Rider, and now this game is just a couple spells away. So this is it. Oh, and that was it right there. Man, it was crazy. So I just want to let everybody know, man, join our Discord. Participate in the next one. It was lots of fun. And honestly, like the more people that join, the funner it is, the bigger the prizes. Again, tell your friends, share the page, share the Discord. And we'll see you guys on the next tournament.